Credit cards and rewards points. Ooh, Dave Ramsey doesn't like that. Hey, what's up? Thanks for stopping by, taking your time to watch this video. I really appreciate it. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Keith Wilson. I'm a practicing financial advisor, helping people along their personal finance journey. So, I am sure you have heard of Dave Ramsey and probably have seen his videos, right? He's a strong advocate of helping people save money and get out of debt, and I think that's great. But I can't say that I agree with everything he says. And I want to show you something. I recently came across a video of his regarding credit cards and specifically cashback rewards or travel points on those credit cards that they offer. Now, Dave takes a strong stance about credit cards and says you shouldn't even have one, right? Now, I think that's a little unrealistic because people are purchasing items online more than ever, and credit cards, hey, they carry a degree of protection in the event of fraudulent charges where a debit card has little to no protection. Now, certainly you need to be careful with credit cards and don't overspend and go into the debt with them. And there are certain people that really have a problem with this. I understand that, but let's look at this video. I'm going to give you my reaction.
Today's question comes from Diane in Arizona. My husband and I are in baby step 2 and are working hard to pay off our debt. The one issue we struggle with is not using credit cards. We use them to pay our utilities, groceries, and other monthly bills, but we never carry a balance. By doing this, we're able to travel for vacations for free using our points. What's wrong with doing this if we're not going into more debt?
Okay, let's stop there. So this lady clearly says that she only uses the card for budgeted items, gas, groceries, utilities, etc. But she also mentions she's in baby step 2, which is trying to get rid of debt. So I don't know what that all means, but maybe they have other credit card balances that they're trying to get paid off. And she also specifically says that she uses the reward points for a free vacation. Well, I'm going to get more on that later. But the reward points, hey, it also offers cash back that you can use. So let's continue on.
And we dug into this with an ex-Capital One insider.
Okay, what did they say?
She said they run 10,000 experiments a year on people to figure out what's going to get them to spend more, to use the points. And one of the biggest ways they do it is through the points.
Okay, I'm going to stop there. Okay, I totally agree with this. Banks are not giving away vacations and cash back out of their, the goodness of their hearts. Banks know that a fair amount of people are going to use those points and use the credit cards for the points, I should say, and they're going to spend and justify it by saying, hey, I'm getting free stuff, right? But they're not paying the balance off at the end of the month, and really just all they're doing is racking up debt over time, and that means more interest to the banks. But remember, the caller is saying, hey, we pay off the balance every month and we're not going into more debt. That's important. Let's continue.
And on top of that, the whole 2% cash back, that one is one of my favorites. Because you know what 2% of $1,000 is?
$20.
$20 to spend $1,000, and that's not a great deal.
All right, he says spend, but if you are using the card for your already budgeted items, that's not really spending, in my opinion. That's living expenses, food, housing, utilities. And I'm pretty sure the average family's budget for groceries, utilities, and everyday living expenses is more than $1,000 a month. Spending is more like, going crazy on Amazon or eating out every night. Let's continue.
So let me get this straight. If you spend $10,000, you get $200.
Ding, ding, ding.
That'll make you rich.
Yeah.
Spend 10,000, get 200. That's a formula for wealth building right there.
Yeah. We did an analogy.
Did you people go to grade school?
All right, classic Dave right there. I don't think anyone believes they are going to get rich with their reward points. This is not a matter of trying to get rich from reward points. If you are truly using the card for budgeted items and you get a little cash back, hey, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Now, personally, that's what I do. I put all my living expenses on one card, and then at the end of the year, I redeem the cash back to pay for Christmas gifts. Now, I'm not in debt, but even if someone were in debt, maybe with other cards, they could redeem the cash back to pay down on that other debt. Takes discipline. Let's move on.
So you're spending money and you're going on vacation when you should have been working because you're in debt. You're not supposed to be going on vacation when you're in debt. We follow everything you say. No, you don't. You don't go on vacation when you're in debt, and you don't go out to eat when you're in debt. You work and you work and you work and you clean your dadgum debt up.
Okay, I totally agree with that. If you are heavily in debt, you have to make sacrifices with your spending, and vacations are one of them. You need to do everything you can to pay down that debt and give up non-essential things like vacations. So I agree with this. The money you would spend on vacations should be used to pay off your debt. Now, I'm not going to go as far as to say what Dave has said in the past by selling your dog, but you do have to give up certain things when you're in debt. All right, let's move on.
Absolutely incredible. So here's the thing. We did a study of millionaires. We studied 10,000 of them, 10,167. Not a single one told us we became millionaires with our free vacation points because we ran all our utilities, our groceries, and everything else through a credit card, and then we went on vacation for free and it didn't cost us anything, and that's how we built our wealth.
Okay. All right, let's stop there. Okay, again, I don't think people are trying to build wealth by redeeming cash back rewards or travel points. Building wealth is a matter of saving as much as you can and creating passive income streams. And yes, I agree. Wealthy people didn't get where they were by reward points. Totally agree with that. It was by working hard and staying out of debt. Let's move on.
I think you can do a lot better by using a debit card and using cash and saving up for your own dang vacations.
Yeah, you know where I go on vacation?
Anywhere you want.
There you go. That's how that works. And when I use those credit cards, that always works. So
that's how it happens.
I haven't had a credit card in, my gosh, it's coming up on 30 years.
Wow. We should have a party.
All right. First of all, yes, you should save up for vacations and budget for that, totally. But if you can use rewards to pay for the travel portion of that trip, hey, I see nothing wrong with that. Now, as far as Dave's saying he hasn't used a credit card in 30 years, well, good for him. But I still think it's unrealistic in this time and age to get by without a credit card, mainly for the protection they offer over, debit cards. I think the whole point of this video is people, can and do get sucked in with travel points and the rewards and with credit cards offers, and it can be an environment of abuse. But if you are using those credit cards for your already budgeted expenses and paying off the balance each month, hey, why not take advantage of those rewards? There's nothing wrong with doing this as long as you are disciplined enough to use it for your everyday living expenses.